People, here we are. Are we live now? Yeah. Hello, beautiful people. Here we are. Here is Megan Small. We're waiting on Andy. I'm sure he'll join us when he stops playing around.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I look forward to our Wednesdays because it's like
Me
a good
too.
catch up.
Me
It's
too.
like a
You
good
know
catch
what? I am so excited for you. You are so close to 100,000. So
up.
excited for you. You're
Oh,
almost there. You're almost there.
yeah, yeah. The thing is, I hadn't thought about it until was it you that asked me, Molly?
I can't remember.
Yeah, somebody said so don't forget to click like, beautiful people, and subscribe. Well, those who can comment are subscribers already. So yeah. So how are we doing? What's new? What's new? Tell me all about it. What's
Well,
new?
we're good. We're good here. I've been listening to a couple things. And I've just been like, okay, I don't know if it's just me. Like I have a lot of respect for Lady C and what she does, right? But didn't she say I don't know, maybe I just heard her say it incorrectly, or maybe the way she used her words, I maybe mistook it the wrong way. But didn't she say that there was something coming up in the spring that had to do with Harry and Meghan? I mean, I myself personally, I thought it was like, oh, just hype about her book, right? Like, oh, my book is coming out
It
in the
was.
spring. But I feel like did I miss something? Was there supposed to be some news related to Harry and Meghan that was about to hit the fan in spring and come out about them? Because didn't
Well,
she
what has happened now? What, did she go back on it and now she's saying that she never
well,
said
I watched the Dan Wooten interview that she
Oh,
did this morning,
she
right?
did
And
an interview?
yeah, and just some of the things that they said. I mean, it's on his channel. They did a video together, right? And just the things that she said, like she said, no, I never said it like that. Like, you got to pay attention to my words. And then the whole super injunction thing. I thought the whole super injunction thing came from her. Did it not? Am I
Yes, she did
wrong
quite
about
a few videos about it. She did quite a few videos about it.
this?
She also did
Yeah,
quite a few videos about Harry, Meghan being the legal mother, and those surrogate
yeah,
things being insane. I remember that she
yeah,
said that people should bite their tongues in one of the, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
Why is she
because
saying
now
now that it's the
she's
opposite?
well, now she's saying that no one's ever, there's never been a super injunction. There is no super injunction. And it kind of reminded me of, remember when Omid was claiming that Yankee Wally was on a specific list at Scotland Yard and it never was true? It was all made up BS. They did it to Samantha also.
Mhm.
Hi, Andrew. I almost
Hello.
I almost feel like, is it like everything that we see in Lady C's book? Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not like, I have a ton of respect for her, but I feel like all the new information in quotes, as I'm saying, are things that were already floating around on the internet. Like the whole information about Doria Ragland's supposed which what the prison numbers or whatever that
I
wasn't.
did that interview. I did that interview. I did that video. I did 4 videos, and I even asked people because I even said
Yeah,
this one is about tax, but this one I can't crack. I
yeah.
even gave the code, the thing. And
Like that was floating on Quora for a long time, and now it's in her book, and people are like, "Oh, she's talking about the whole prison thing." And I don't want to. A part of me was worried to say something because I saw the way she went after that other YouTuber and
yeah,
wrote
but that's
that.
insane. That is insane. I have invited her to
Yeah,
come on my channel because that was absolutely insane. The lady
yeah,
did not attack her, but she pointed out something
yeah,
that was incredibly wrong and
yeah,
not true,
yeah,
and she was trashed for it. And I'm sick and tired of people who are sycophants, and you're showing them visual evidence,
yeah.
facts, and then you have something in writing that is completely the opposite. It reminds me
Mhm.
a lot of my ex-husband and my situation. And
Yeah,
people are still coming, and the way she went after this lady,
yeah,
oh, she never said you're wrong. She said you're defamatory. Why was she defaming her? She was not defaming her. She was showing. And actually, this lady was actually quite a fan of hers.
hmm,
And then she
yeah,
started reviewing the book, and then she says, oh, there might be, because she's a really nice, thorough reviewer. She
She
did the
ended up
revenge.
taking down her review. She ended up taking it down completely. But then there was also that, but there was also another thing that she had mentioned that I can't remember now. Oh, she also said in a video, this wasn't her interview with Dan Wooten, but in her own standalone video, she said that the royal family didn't hold on, let me get the exact words, hold on, so I don't make a mistake. It was regarding Meghan's pregnancy, and she was saying that basically the royal family, okay, that the royal family did not keep their eye on the bump. They took it for granted to take her at her word. I mean, is the royal family that stupid that you
That
guys,
is
they didn't see the videos of Meghan's bump collapsing or her doing massive
no,
squats on
no,
her belly? I'm trying, like, is the royal family this stupid just to
no.
allow a person in and just to hand out, like, here, have all this, here, have all this, and
Yeah.
have someone
Well,
lie to
the only
your face?
reason I would go back to that, like to on
Yeah.
what you're saying, is because did they really care? Like, I think that they knew who she was, though. I think that we know that they had sources on her. They knew that she was a call girl. If you know, I don't think, I think the possibility, I don't think it exists
Mm-hmm.
that they didn't know that this woman was on Instagram
Yeah.
getting cash to get laid. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's more. I do agree. Would they be stupid enough? I mean, I don't think they'd be stupid enough, of course, but I think it would be like, oh, well, we don't really care. Like, go and as long as Harry shuts the hell up, because
Yeah.
right, Molly, you're the one that told me that Harry got the wedding moved, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. See, that's what I've been coming to, is that I think Harry was bitching. He was bitching and moaning and crying, and he probably stomped his feet like a 4-year-old. And he
Yeah.
said she's gonna get whatever she wants. And they were like, okay, fine, Harry, shut up and just get the hell out of here. Nobody cares about you. Like, that's probably how they were. But as far as, I do agree with you, as far as stupid enough, you can't be stupid enough to not see that. But I think they didn't care because this woman.
No, I think they cared, Andrew. I think they cared, but they didn't want to say anything because it was such a scandal that it's illegal. Do you understand? This is what, how many videos? You know, I actually looked up today how many videos. I've done videos saying that it is important. The reasons why we need to do. I've even said that until 1948, it was mandatory of the Home Secretary to be there. How many videos have I done about this, Molly? That it was mandatory. But then King George VI dispensed with that, and then it became protocol. Instead of having the Home Secretary, they would put the easel with everything. Everything would be public because there had been precedents of imposters being the people try to put imposters. Sorry,
The royal family didn't want a repeat of the whole warming pan baby incident. We all know that, right? But then why everyone who's in the line of succession, like I've said this a million times before, I don't care about seeing Archofficial and Invisibet. I don't care. I hope those children are well taken care of and get the psychiatric help that they probably need later in their life. This is all pertaining to the line of succession. The line of succession has been dealt with the certain way since forever, since that whole incident. And it's just like, why does Harry get to come now and just be like, well, I'm going to stamp my feet and you guys have to change all the rules of law to get 2 phantom children within the succession?
Yeah, but you have to put it in. You have to put it into context of who Harry is. You see, he's always been a spoiled brat child. He's always been a problem child. So the reason that I've taken this point is because I've put myself in the royal family's shoes. What if you had a family member that was a pain in the ass every day? He's been a pain in the ass his whole life, okay? And then he suddenly brings in some woman, and you, as his family, you know that woman is a piece of shit. Like, you know who she is. So what are you going to tell that family member? You're going to tell them, okay, that's fine. Just get the fuck away from me and leave us alone.
But I disagree with that. I disagree with that completely. The
Yeah.
royal family knew what Harry and Meghan were up to, and then decided to go along with it because they always look after their own.
Well,
They thought,
that's what I'm saying, because they wanted
were
Harry to shut up. Like, it's
yeah,
like
but
a
even that.
family.
But
Yeah.
this is a serious crime. this is why I'm saying I've seen people here on the side chat. Oh, but yeah, why I've been saying exactly the same things right now that you're talking about. And pretty much some of even these followers here have been trashing me on my own channel. And
But
now
you're
are
saying
chasing
it's a crime. How would it be resolved?
well,
Like, are you
because
trying to say it's a crime
you
so
know
that
what I
Meghan
did?
Markle should get arrested?
I don't know how many of you remember the following when I said, like last 2020, back in 2020, since 2020, I've been saying, if anybody in the UK, because you can have a UK parliamentary petition instead of a Canadian one because it works faster, all you can do is to have the law amended to bring back that law and to backdate it to Meghan Markle and Harry, right? Before Archie, and ask a petition. Do you guys remember that? I've been saying, if you put a petition forth saying to amend the law and to say that only children who have been verified that they belong in the line of succession by public blah blah blah, to make all the public details mandatory, because and if they don't want to make it mandatory, then they can't be in the line of succession. Either you present this, because the way Meghan and Harry have been eluding this is because in 1948 King George VI did away with that law. It was law, and then when they removed it, then it was like protocol. Okay, it's going to be a gentleman's agreement. So now what do the sugars say? Well, it was never meant. It's not. Where is it in the law? And they're right. This is so I've been saying since 2020. Somebody in the UK, please may start a UK parliamentary petition and say that these are the requirements for these children. You can bring back that law that the Home Secretary, either the Home Secretary is witness this, or that all the doctor's signature and the things that they put in the easel be made public. And if that the royal couple do not, whoever the royal is, they do not want to show those details, then the child cannot be in the line of succession, and that solves the problem. Because Molly, how many?
What is the problem?
Nobody
Like,
wants to.
you're saying it's a crime. If
Petition
it's a crime, someone's going to jail. Like, that's what you're saying.
Well, that would be the elegant way to sort it out, because then you put Harry and Meghan in a 2020 situation. Well, it is the law. It is backdated to your children. So either you present the documents, with the doctor's signature, where we can verify it that the children were born out of Meghan Markle's body, or if you don't want to do that and you want to remain private, then the children come off the line of succession without anybody going to jail. I've been saying this how many years? We're in 2024. I've been saying this forever. That way, because what Harry and Meghan did is treason, is fraud. They committed a crime against the crown if they did that. Okay? And the royal family, the current monarch, committed a crime, or even the queen or whatever. I don't know if she was strict or something. I don't know if this is why they left the United Kingdom. And they facilitated it. I don't know, because then they would have been complicit, because the royal family, better than anybody on this earth, know what the requirements are for the kids to be in the line of succession. And I've even compared it to getting your passport or your citizenship. If you don't present your birth certificate, you cannot get your citizenship, and you even have to take DNA tests for the father. If you marry somebody, if you're an American citizen or any citizen, and you marry somebody outside of the country, then you have to go to the embassy. There's procedures to be done, and here they have all been ignored, even with the contradicting stories of the birth. And I've been trashed on my channel for saying exactly the same things that some people come and tell me. I've received so many emails saying, Paula, you were right. Lady C said it. I'm glad she said it, but we've been saying it for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I disagree that the royal family, they want to present the royal family as this helpless thing, the monarchy. They have MI6 and MI5. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They know. They just went along with it because they always protect their own. And this
I think it's more like you were saying about people telling you off. I think it's the same thing that we all get when someone else that's bigger than us says something that we say. There's like Molly has said that Neil Sean has done that with her videos.
Oh yeah,
and you as well. See, so these people, that it's not because you're not right, it's just because they don't want to believe you, that's a ridiculous thing.
Also because our platform isn't as big as theirs, so we don't get.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that because they're not as big, you know.
For years, Andrew was saying that all it took was the monarch's signature to remove royal titles. I even showed directly from the website, from the parliamentary website, because many people did many petitions about Harry asking for the parliament to remove the royal titles, because certain YouTubers were saying only parliament can do it. It's very difficult. Parliament answered in writing. And I mean, how many videos have I done showing you what Parliament said? Parliament said in writing, answering those petitions, that it's not up to them, because those are royal appointments, royal titles, royal dignities and styles, and therefore only the monarch could remove them. For years, I've been saying that. And because of these YouTubers, they would be like, oh no, but so-and-so said so. Then when the Queen died, this very prominent YouTuber said in a video, oh, all it takes is the stroke of a pen signature. And nobody had the balls to come out into her YouTube and say, wait a minute, you were kind of trashing the other YouTubers because you were saying that other people get on YouTube and say things that they don't know anything about. And now you're saying exactly the same thing these YouTubers have been saying for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
This is why I get so disappointed in people, because now they're talking as though it's a discovery. Megan, Molly, you have been at this for how many years?
Too many. Too many.
And have a PhD. Nobody mentions you. All these big YouTubers, all these book writers, you are even on Daily Mail and newspapers. You're featured constantly.
Yeah, they don't say
Well,
anything.
you can't mention the people that you're stealing from, Paula.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to remember that. Oh yeah, I stole from Molly. I stole it. Like
you know, the whole toast Meghan Markle toast video that I pulled up, right? Yeah. I pulled that up a while ago, and a certain YouTuber, I'm not going to say names, they made a video. They made a video about it, and they're like, "Oh, I found this floating around on the internet, and I might as well give credit where it's due." And then they just move along, and I'm just like, "Excuse me."
I don't know why they do that. When I find something, I do credit. I remember there was a bit that somebody sent me with Meghan Markle and Harry, and I thought it was hilarious. But you know how people send you stuff on, yeah? So this person, one of my subscribers sent it to me, and I thought it was funny, and I posted it on my channel, one of the videos. And the person who created it made a whole channel thing about me, how I stole it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't know it was yours. And then I did 2 or 3 videos crediting this person, and this person still trashed me, saying that I had stolen. And I said, I didn't know it was yours. Now that I know, I'm going to give you credit. I ended up removing the fucking video because I didn't want to have to do that. But I'm sick and tired of that. I've been thinking so much about that. And yes, how many people kept coming to my channel? Ladies, he said there's going to be a big reveal in springtime. A lot of people came to my channel.
I want to ask you guys something. What do you guys think of Harry probably pulling out of showing up at the whole St. Paul's Cathedral because of he's blackmailing. He's saying he needs his security. He needs XYZ, blah, 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 and he might not show up. Express just did an article on it. What do you think of that? You think that Invictus should just boot his ass out or what? Not that they will.
I think we're looking at a promo here. Because you're looking at the same exact thing he said 2 weeks ago. He was blackmailing the same thing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I think that he might be promoting with outrage, where he's trying to get people pissed off so that way they'll get interested in May 8th. That's what I think. Do I think he's going to pull out? Absolutely not. This is the only thing he has. The man literally has nothing. You can't pull out of your only, I don't know if it's income. You can't pull out of your only deal. I mean, what else does this man have? But it does feel like it could be some kind of outrage promotion to get people paying attention to May 8th. And it's got Meghan Markle written all over it.
Do you think maybe he is doing this because he is afraid to come back because he knows nobody in the UK likes him?
I don't think any of that is real. I think this man has no threat. There's no threat whatsoever on this man. Nobody gives a shit about him that much to either attack him or waste their time.
No, I don't mean like to attack him. I'm saying like he knows his own family doesn't give a shit for him. He knows his friends don't care about him. He's got nothing left here. So like out of embarrassment and you think he can he'll come back? That's what I'm saying. Like out of that. I don't know. No.
I think he's going to show up because he's got no choice. Mm-hmm. Just like the same way if you think he'll let go of his titles if he was to do citizenship, he won't. There was a report out saying that he could run it all the way up to the Supreme Court with the possibility of the lawyers taking it there. because there's nothing in the Constitution about a person from another country, especially a royal person, coming to the U.S. and getting citizenship. So if he wants to keep his titles, when it comes to that, there's also talk. I think I have read it before in I don't know the exact like numbers or something like that, but I've read it where if you want citizenship here, you have to give up your titles.
Yeah.
So
You have to. It's the law. It's the law in the United States. It's the law.
Like
If you because you can't play the reason for that, Andrew, is because you can't pledge loyalty to you have to pledge loyalty to the United States.
Yeah, but the thing is that law isn't in the Constitution. So the argument will be a constitutional argument. And with something like that, if you have lawyers, I mean, they're probably going to get the best lawyers for him if he decides to do that. Because in the Good Morning America interview, he admitted it. In the Good Morning America interview, he wasn't even thinking about getting citizenship. But now that we're seeing with all this, I think everything is also stemming from the visa problems. You know, are we going to find out as the public what really happened with his visa thing? I'm sorry to be the pessimist, but I just don't think so.
Shut up. I think we will. I think we will, especially after that stupid ambassador said that nothing's going to happen, because I think it's a big boo-boo, that ambassador saying those things that he said.
No, because there was just a report out saying the DHS lawyers were backing that ambassador. That Joe Biden's administration was backing the ambassador, even because she laughed. Yeah, they're backing these people. They're not going to do it.
Yeah, but you know, Joe Biden is not in the strongest position right now, and it's up to the judge. And the judge might be angry and say, you know what? Apparently, they read the Declaration of Independence. Apparently, it's there, Andrew. This is
we're talking about the Constitution. That's the argument.
You know, I don't think Harry will do it. And he looked really petty if he does that, because didn't he say he didn't want to be a prince?
Harry is petty, though.
Yeah.
Harry is petty. We saw that he put the date on his travelist papers that he wasn't a resident of the UK from when he was evicted from Frogmore. I mean,
yeah, but that was right after the visa. I think that's connected to the visa. That's why he did that shit. I think that this is all connected to his visa problems. I think he's fucked when it comes to his visa problems.
Well, and the judge that they have overlooking and overseeing over Harry's case seems to be the type of judge that isn't taking any of his BS. The fact that the judge has wanted his actual documents and DHS couldn't even supply them. They needed 2 weeks extra to get them. Tells me that the judge isn't onto his bullshit, that he actually wants to see what's going on. Because if it was any other judge, they could have easily squashed this right away. Right? If they were pro-Harry or paid off or whatever. But this judge actually, I think Harry has met his match with this judge for once in his life.
I mean, I believe that he will be. You know what? I really do think that this is the year that things are going to hit the roof with everything that's going on. I think this is going to be a very important year, but not for the reasons that people think, but because a lot of stuff is going to come out. You know, I don't think this will be the year of redemption.
That's
it's the year of condemnation. Everybody's going to be condemned. This is going to be the year of condemnation. Or, we're going to find out about the bump. I mean, Molly, can you believe it if you find out that we're right about her with the surrogate?
Party, champagne for everyone on me. Like, we are all getting smashed and we should all celebrate. Moon bumps for everyone. We'll have a moon bump party and we'll all wear moon bumps.
Sponsor.
So why do you think that I've been saying that the thing that Meghan Markle has on the royal family is that they went along with her craziness, and now it's too late to back out. So this is what I've been saying for years, Molly, about that petition. Let's see if I'm going to ask Sean Atwood if he wants to start it, because he's British. So if it gets 10,000 or 100,000, they have to discuss it in Parliament. They have to. So I'll ask Sean, because he's in the UK, because I've been saying we should start a petition where we ask that all children of the royal family, in order to be in the line of succession, they have to show that, present the doctor's signature. All the details must be made public, so there's no doubt that the child belongs in the line. Because how many years I've been saying, because Archie and Meghan and Harry and that little being there has constitutional ramifications. How many years have I been saying this and people call me boring and that I'm onto the same crap that I move on from talking about the kids?
Mm-hmm.
No,
You
we
know?
need to keep it at the forefront. If we stop talking about it, then who's going to talk about it? Who's going to bring it up? And this is literally a fraud being perpetrated on the UK taxpayers.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But then also, you got to think about it, like, okay, if the royal family weren't really paying attention to Meghan's moon bumps and whatnot, what was going on, I think, well, why would you allow them to present a doll to the world? And in front of like what, one or two photographers, that was it. Like that tells you everything you need to know. I'm supposed to believe that Meghan wouldn't want her moment on the steps of the Lido wing, like how Diana and Catherine had. This is the woman who thinks she's Diana 2.0 reincarnated.
I mean, this woman, we would have had her on our face showing all those things, all the fake things. This woman would have been like, if she was, we saw the coat flicking
Yeah.
with the moon bump. Can you imagine if she actually had been pregnant? We would have seen her in bikini. We would have seen her talking about all the food that she ate while she was. Have you noticed how she never discussed what she ate while she was pregnant? Because this woman discloses everything.
Just the one time. And that was when the royal pilot had quit because he said that he was sick and tired of having to fly out to go get her food and things like that. Do you remember that? An RAF pilot? Yeah.
But have you noticed how Harry, in his entire spare book, he talks about his penis. He talks about getting high. He talks about the most disgusting things, putting his mother's thing on his toucher. Yet he doesn't disclose the abnegated, such a father that he is. He doesn't talk once. Oh, when I saw my baby, or what's great when Meghan the baby kicked. And Meghan how uncomfortable it was to move it, because he talks about all. I mean, he talked about inhaling the laughing gas, which it didn't happen. I don't know what drugs he was taking, because no hospital will allow you to do that. They're not going to allow you to inhale the laughing gas. That's that's insane. That's illegal to begin with. Okay, so he doesn't talk about anything, or Meghan's cravings, or that had to run up, but even made up that he had to run in the middle of the night because Meghan craved avocado, with that fake avocado with that applesauce that we saw, Molly.
Thomas Markle Jr. said in his video that story is complete fabrication, complete bullshit. That is not his grandmother Jeanette's recipe. That is all BS. Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah, I should go clip it and put it into a video.
That's it. I didn't know he said that. But is it his mother or his grandmother or Doria?
Grandmother. She said it was her grandmother recipe. Yeah.
Really? But yeah, because she had stew, although you wouldn't be able to know. Which grandmother was the one that she was the primary carer?
Yeah,
for?
that one. That one.
It was the Markle grandmother.
Yeah. Of course, it was the dark-skinned grandmother. She wouldn't care about the white one.
No, I mean, it was the white one, not the black one.
No, it was the black one. It was on the
she was
Raglan
caring
side.
for the black one. Oh,
yeah, Jeanette.
was
Jeanette was
one
on the Raglan side, right?
Huh?
Jeanette was on the Raglan side, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Jeanette, Doria's mom. Yeah.
So
she also uses that grandmother because you can't go talk to the grandmother.
Yeah, she's passed away.
When a person lies, they're going to put their lie on someone that you can't go and verify the lie.
But you know what's interesting, Andrew? That the other children, the brother and sister for Doria, are alive, and they know that is BS, and yet they stay quiet because Meghan was a child. She was not a primary caregiver. Do you know what it means to be a primary caregiver? It's like,
hold on a second. Hold on. Can you highlight Del Plummer's comment?
This is why I said to you, I want to make you admin here.
We are all talking about shadows while their charities are making billions with Bill Gates plus. Whose charities? Meghan and Harry's charities are making billions with Bill Gates? Or are you referring to like Williams, like Earthshot and things like that? I'm confused. Can you just let us know in the comments, Del?
Please.
I'm confused there. Please and thank you.
I mean, do you know what a primary caregiver is? When you're a mother, you're the primary caregiver of your child. That means that she was there living with the grandmother, taking care of her, providing for her, cooking for her, doing everything for her while she was a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to ask something because it's been bothering me. How many of you believe that, put one, if you believe that the royal family were helpless again and didn't know anything about the baby, and put two, if they found out about it but decided to go along with it to protect Harry? I know where mine lies. But in any way, this is good because maybe somebody will. I'm going to talk to Sean because he is British, and I'm going to have him start a petition. That petition, I've been advocating for this. I even asked people to start it, and nobody ever came back to me. I said, please, and I will promote it.
Because they never go anywhere. They never go anywhere. Like Lady C has started petitions before, and then it just fizzles out.
No. Those were not parliamentary petitions. GoFundMe petitions don't work. And I
No,
even talked about it.
Too busy like trying to sniff their own asses and stupid stuff. They don't care about this kind of shit. Like if they cared about it, they would have passed it through already. Clearly, Harry's got some kind of connection with Johnny Mercer, who's in the parliament because of Birmingham. So something is going on. That's what we need to be looking into. I mean, we should be looking into why the Google executive was sitting up on stage with Harry at the whole Centabale dinner thing, right? We should, like, who are these people and why is Harry talking to Google executives? Why is he getting his hands in American politics and shit? Like, this is what we should be focused on and get them out. Like, they should not be having any connections to these kinds of things.
No, but they had. I mean, Harry, look, I do remember when I did that thing that we exposed that there was a dinner at Kensington Palace the day before, on November 13th, the day before Prince Charles' 70th birthday, before he was king, with Harry and Meghan in the African parks. That they weren't supposed to be, it was supposed to remain private, but somebody took pictures and they were leaked.
Yeah.
And that was because African Parks was in conjunction with Charles. And Charles, I guess he fingered Harry. I know it sounds bad. He pointed at Harry and said, "You're going to be in charge there. You're a useful idiot." Especially since that he was already the president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, which Charles created in April 2018, 1 month before they got married. So it's kind of like, if you look at it, it's chess moves that they're putting in place months in advance. I mean, what do you guys think?
I'm so sick and tired of these chess moves. Like, just fucking cut the cord already. Be done with it.
What surprises me is that people trying to excuse the palace, leave them, like, wash their hands of that. Oh, they didn't know. Poor palace. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? Are you telling me? And I even said this, that there is no way.
Well, I mean, what do you mean they didn't know? Like, do you mean like, did they check her stomach? I mean, I understand. I get what you're saying. The reason I say that they didn't care is because I have family members where it's like, okay, the family member is a piece of shit and you don't worry about anything they're doing. Just get the hell away. That's why I say that. But I know what y'all are saying. Like, how did they not know? Well, did they like go and like touch the stomach? Like, like it's not far-fetched.
This is MI5, MI6. I am sure that the Queen or the monarch or whoever would have been able to access their medical records, because the medical records cannot be private. They must be shared with the Queen because the child is in the line of succession.
Yeah.
So those documents and those things have to be made, not to the public, but to the Queen.
Do you understand what you're saying, though? You're saying that someone from the government of the UK, someone from their secret intel agencies, should go and spy on the royal family. Do you realize that?
It's not a spy. No, I'm not. I didn't say spy.
You're going. Okay, fine, not spying, but you're going and intruding in their
I'm
house.
trying to tell you something.
Like, I get it. I get what you're saying. What I mean is that you're asking the government to investigate themselves. That's what you're saying. And if we know anything from here in America, those people don't do that. Like, that's why they're saying, "Oh, you're chasing."
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that those details are always known to the Queen because they have to be made public to the Queen. It's more than that. For example, when Harry said that nobody knew other than Doria, Meghan, and the medical staff that Meghan was giving birth, I said, and I've explained that at great detail, that is impossible because it is mandatory that there's 2 calls that the bodyguard has to make. One to the head of security, because they have to go and secure the place where this woman is supposed to give birth. And the second one is to Her Majesty the Monarch. Those are two mandatory calls for security reasons, for whatever it is. So, and I've said this many times in my videos, that means that those bodyguards broke the law and committed the biggest security breach there is. And that doesn't happen. So the Queen knew when either Harry was lying, and this is why I said Harry lied to the Queen, but then the bodyguards, this is why there was a mix-up. If you look at the
can I just say something? But how could the royal family not notice when Meghan shows up in photographs like in January with a bump that is nearly like dropping down to her knees and is like protruding like a basketball? And then in March, she shows up to an event at Buckingham Palace. There's a photo of Princess Anne standing beside her, and her stomach's basically flat. How do they
don't care. Like it's not their problem. That's how
I know, but still, why put these, if it's not their problem, then why put these kids into succession and stuff like that? Why give them the titles? Why keep
I mean, it's a family thing. I think this is a family thing. It's the same reason that we talk about Charles never taking the titles away from his son. It's a family thing. You know, when it comes to family members, and especially one like Harry, you don't care. Like, you don't want his bullshit. You don't want to hear his mouth. And when he's like, no, Meghan's gonna get her wedding when she wants it. Okay, fine, shut the fuck up and she'll have it. Just leave. That's probably what they told him, you know.
But I don't think it's not that they don't care. I just think that they thought, you know.
No, you don't want it to be that easy. That's what it is.
No. You know why, Andrew? Because the palace is not stupid. They don't invite these kinds of scandals into their family, because they know this is huge. And they know that in this day and age, people don't just take anything for granted. They will investigate, you know.
So, yeah, I don't think that leads to the same question. You want the royal family to investigate themselves. Like,
no, Parliament can do that. Parliament can do that.
So then we can. You want the UK Parliament to investigate the royal family? Like, you're not saying it's the same
I'll tell
people.
you why. No, but I'll tell you exactly. But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. There was a reason why it was law that somebody had to be present at the birth, because clearly they were trying to sneak in imposters. Laws arise out of need. Clearly, that was a mistake to remove that law. So Parliament, this is a constitutional monarchy.
Paula, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not hearing me. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is, okay, fine, I'll put it in American terms. The people in Congress, we always hear about how they're trading with insider information and they're all friggin' millionaires, right? So why don't the people in the government go and investigate the people from Congress? Because they're the same people.
But they do. You're getting stuff. For example, look at what's happening with Joe Biden right now at the moment with Hunter. It's like, you know, like you're saying, there are laws. Okay, why do you think impeachment exists? Right now it's being abused.
Oh, but we're not going. Don't go to politics.
No. I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to get into politics, Andrew. But let me tell you something. There's a reason why the president, even the president of the United States, can be impeached, because the whole idea of that is that the power is not absolute, and that even the president of the United States has to adhere to certain laws. Now, this is a constitutional monarchy, and for them to be on power, there's quite a few things that they have to fulfill. One of them was the most basic thing is that the children have to belong legitimately in the line of. There are quite a few things that they have to fulfill in order, like the line of succession, you know, like the Regency Act. They have laws. They have laws for that. Okay. And right now in Parliament is the one in charge of enforcing them, just like they did with the Duke of Windsor. The Duke of Windsor, the problem that we have now in the UK is that Parliament is as corrupt as certain members of the royal family. And Parliament is not doing their job of enforcing the laws, because Parliament is the rod. I've always said that is the rod to keep the monarchy prestigious, honest, and transparent. They're not doing their job because they're in cahoots with the monarchy. And this is the failure that they have, because Parliament should say, wait a minute, it's too shady what's going on here. Those documents must be made public. It's protocol. that it has happened. Parliament can certainly do that with the monarchs. They can demand that on behalf of the people because it's not an absolute monarchy and they're not meeting their requirements. They're not doing that.
I know that. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong, Paula. What I'm saying is that what you're asking for is for a government of a country to investigate themselves. And they don't do that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that. You are right. You're right in everything that you're saying. But it's the government doesn't investigate themselves, and they never will. You can't
unless people force them through petitions. If you do a parliamentary petition, and I've been saying this for years, if you do a parliamentary petition in the United Kingdom, not a GoFundMe. I've always even said that in the parliamentary, if you're going to Parliament page, it says there specifically, GoFundMe petitions do not apply here. It has to be a parliamentary petition, so start one. But nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. I'm going to talk to Sean Atwood because I've been saying this is a very elegant solution. Just bring back the law where it says that in order for a child to be in the line of succession, these documents must be presented and backdated to Prince Charles if you want. But the problem is that all of the other royal children, they have shown that except Harry and Meghan. And if they refuse to show that, then they cannot be in the line of succession. I've also said that it should be amended that only children born in the United Kingdom can be in the line of succession, or children residing or royals and residing in the United Kingdom can be in the line of succession. That way you get rid of Harry and his descendants. I've said that you can put all of that on a petition because it doesn't make sense to have Harry. We've heard Meghan say that she is a plane crash away from becoming Queen Consort of England, which is true, because Prince William is stupid to be flying with his entire family. The Queen had a chat with him and said, don't fly with your entire fucking family. But he still does it, which is irresponsible in my head.
That is the scary part. This is why we're having this discussion also, because William doesn't follow the actual protocols that have been in place and follow the rules that an heir and a spare or him and George shouldn't be flying together. We do have to have the discussion, because what if something does happen? God forbid something happens and the Cambridge family, the Wales family is wiped out. Then you've got the dimwit and 2 phantom children. So I understand both of your points. I get it. But right now, people are too focused on trying to pay their bills and keep a roof over their head, or even just buy a freaking baked potato for $8 than to worry about this kind of shit. That's the issue right now. There's too much going on in the world that people are not thinking about this Harry and Meghan stuff. But at the same time, they should be, because they have their fingers in everything that has to do about online censorship. They're pushing for that. That's what we need to be focusing on the most.
Not only that, not only censorship, they have their fingers on everything. They want to tell us what to eat, how to travel, how to do it, and they have enough influence to do it. Yeah. Can you imagine Meghan Markle?
Look at Martha's question, Paula. Look at Martha's question. She's saying what you're saying. Will they do their job? Will Parliament do their job? No, they won't. No. When has the government ever done their job?
Unless it's a petition that reaches 100,000 signatures, they will be forced by law to discuss it. And if they enact that law, then Meghan Markle and Harry will be forced to present the documents, or they say, you know what, we cherish our privacy, so we're not going to do it. And they would remove themselves out of it. I think that I've been saying this for years, that this is the best thing to do. Just bring back that law. And if you don't want to show your documents, that's absolutely your prerogative. But those documents are mandatory. And if you don't want to show them, you're not fulfilling the law, and therefore your children cannot be in the line of succession. That would have been the end of it. But nobody wants to do it, and Parliament doesn't want to do it either, because nobody brings it up. But, I'm serious, Molly. People don't understand how close Harry is to the line of succession.
I know. But you know what? I think if, God forbid, if anything happened to the Wales family, if Harry was to have to be king, I think people would want a republic before that happens. They would not want a King Harry and a Queen.
I ran a poll on that. And 99% said that they would want the monarchy dissolved.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Look at these 2 idiots. They can't even tell the difference from their face and their ass. Okay, they can't get one project off the ground, but yet they think they can be queen and king. Delusions, I'm telling you, drug delusions.
In their mind, they are.
Yeah, but they're failures. king and queen of being failures. What?
Yeah, but you have to remember, a narcissist never thinks they failed.
No, they don't. They always blame other people. You're
Mhm.
right. You're right about that.
But let me tell you something. Not all is lost here, and I'll show you something because I've also shown this many times that it's not automatic the succession to the next in line. Okay, because the succession to the throne is regulated not only through descent, but also by parliamentary statute. The order of succession is the sequence of members of the royal family in the order in which they stand in line to the throne. And there's this precedent, I've read it many times. The basis for the successions was determined in the constitutional developments and the Senate, blah, blah. When James II fled the country in 1688, Parliament held that he had abdicated the government and that the throne was vacant. Then the throne was then offered not to James' young son, who was next in line, in the line of succession, but to his daughter Mary and her husband William of Orange as joint rulers. It therefore came to be established not only that the sovereign rules through Parliament, but that the succession to the throne can be regulated by Parliament, and that a sovereign can be deprived of her title through misgovernment. The Act of Settlement confirmed that it was for Parliament to determine the title to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
I've read this so many times to people, because it says, because the Parliament can say, you know what, because Harry is whatever, we're going to give it to the next in line. But unfortunately, the next in line is Andrew.
God, could you imagine? There'd be pedo parties at the palace every weekend if Andrew took over.
I mean, they can also offer it to Edward because they can choose who to offer. And then as long as the person is in the line of succession, Parliament can decide who the throne goes to.
Could you imagine? I mean, I hate to say this, but I feel like everything's gone straight to shit since the Queen has passed away. Nothing has been the same since the Queen has passed. And it almost feels like I wish Princess Anne would have been Queen instead of Charles.
Oh, me too.
I almost feel like things would have been a lot more different, but we wouldn't be having the issues that we have right now. Like if Charles is so sick that he can't do his duties as a king, but yet what did I see? I saw a photo of him meeting up with Andrew Lloyd Webber to give him a new order. He can meet with celebrities and things like that, but he can't
do his job.
Care of protect the monarchy, it feels like.
I mean, it's incredible. When I'm on your X, when I look at these images of Meghan Markle, remember back in 2020 and 2019, I'm like, how can people not see this?
Like, how did the royal family miss something like this?
They won't. They wouldn't. And when they made a mistake, when they put out that announcement saying around 9:20 that Meghan Markle had gone into labor in the early hours, and then it was a misunderstanding. Somebody forgot to push the enter button to send the email. Remember that?
Yes.
That there was some miscommunications with the emails, and the emails didn't get sent out. And this is why the monarch, who by law must be informed the second this woman goes into labor. And nobody at the head of security didn't even know that, apparently, according to Harry, because as it stands now, only Harry is the only living witness that we have of this woman claiming that this woman ever gave birth.
But remember also, Harry and Meghan came out and said that they lied to the press about Archie's birth to protect him from the paparazzi. What is there? I don't understand. What is there to protect from the paparazzi? You're nothing special.
No, but I don't understand what they mean by thank you, kids. I don't understand what they mean protecting the kids from paparazzi. Presenting documentation that shows the legality of the child in the line of succession has nothing to do with paparazzi.
Yeah.
That is just sophistry. That's mixing two things. So people to frighten people into looking into it. I'm doing this to protect my child from paparazzi. But what do paparazzi, the documents, Catherine and the Princess Catherine and everybody, they put out, even the Queen put out the easels and stuff with the doctor's signature. There's no mystery there. So that has nothing to do with that, because supposedly the baby had already been born. So presenting the documents to put out in the easel, that's nothing to do with paparazzi. That's for Parliament and the entire UK to know that the kid is legit in the line of succession.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think that she was protecting the kids?
Of course not.
No.
Hiding a secret. She's hiding a secret. That's the only reason why she would need to have all this trickery and secrecy around it. If it was as simple as Meghan was pregnant and carrying a child in her belly, in her uterus, then there wouldn't be all this secrecy. Trust me. I bet you she would have done like a Demi Moore style like cover for a magazine if she was actually pregnant. Are you
You
kidding?
know, what do you think of this? What the hell is going on there, Molly?
What? Oh, this was okay, so the lady in the pink
Oh,
is
I saw that.
what's her name? Her name is Jill Brooks, and she is the wife of the chairman of the All England tennis club, I think. But then this was basically at Wimbledon. Catherine has sat with that lady many times where she talks to Catherine. Meghan was just being a rude bitch to her, like just not even engaging, not even looking at her. And to me, I'm just like, if Meghan acts like this in public, then imagine the terror she is behind closed doors to the palace staff. Just imagine the absolute nightmare, the menace this woman could be, right?
Yeah, listen, yes, Molly, Maggie would have milked her pregnancy if it was legit. Absolutely. We would have. What do you think? Can you imagine, Molly? Andrew?
Yeah.
We wouldn't hear the end of it. We'd be hearing about stretch marks. We'd be hearing about pain. We'd be hearing about like we'd be hearing about it nonstop. She'd be whining about it. She would have
She
had
would be
10
talking
books
about
out
yoga.
about it. Huh?
Pregnant
Yeah.
yoga.
You didn't hear nothing.
It's insane, and well, this is the one that you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Basically, Richard Palmer, I think it was, he was saying yesterday because he had to make a point of saying that Prince Louis's birthday photo is an unedited image. And he made a comment saying that most people in the UK don't even know Prince George's name, and they don't even know who he is or what he's going to be or what relation he has to the royal family, which I think is complete BS. But then he also said royals need to be seen in order to be believed. And I just highlighted that, and I'm like, okay, well, where the hell are Archofficial and Invisibet? I mean, these are your own words. They need to be seen. To be
No,
believed.
Molly, you have
Yes.
to remember those terms only count for
For
the other kids.
You're right. You're
They
right.
don't count.
You're right. You're right. Silly moly. I should just smack myself for that kind of mistake.
Those rules don't count for the two morons.
Silly mole. Silly mole.
What do you think? What is this shit about? I saw this. I was laughing my ass off. This is not.
There's a story going around that this jam company, which makes small batches of jam, they're called Small Batch Jam Company, and this was on their Instagram page. And basically they make small batches of jam, and you can have them for your party, for your wedding party, things like that, right? And some people asked, did they supply, like this person asked, did you supply the 50 jars of strawberry jam to Miss Markle, which she touted as her own? And they actually replied, and it says, we have a strict no faux royal policy. So we are not the makers of the jam with a horrid label that wasn't even applied properly. We may need to do a how-to video on applying labels.
Oh my God, Molly.
Wasn't that delicious?
If that's not a slam, I don't know what it is. I gotta tell you, my God, everybody's mocking these two idiots.
Well, they are idiots. Like, you left the royal family to hawk jam. Harry gave up his entire royal life for this. Like, this is the biggest downgrade in life. Like, you were given everything on a silver platter. You have the platform that people only wish and dream they had. I wish I had 1% of the reach that they had or platform that they had.
Can you imagine?
1%, just 1%, and I would be
0.001, 0.001.
And these two had everything and they squandered it all away because they are lazy. Let's be honest. When Meghan married Harry, she probably expected to be going on vacations, being on beaches all the time, drinking all day, then showing up to cut a ribbon and then pissing off for the rest of the day and going shopping. Like she was never wanted to be the type of girl that's like a power woman, or as she calls herself, a force for change. I mean, what change?
A force for good. What was it? A force for good?
She's doing is changing Harry's diapers, if that.
Yeah, that's a fetish thing.
Del, you're not blocked. I haven't blocked you. You're a moderator. What are you talking about? I don't block people, even assholes. I don't block. I'm not saying you're one, but I'm just, but and then what a cute picture. People were talking about this picture. I actually went into Richard Palm and I said, shut the fuck up. STFU, I think it's here. I don't know if I posted it there. It should be there because I said, here it is. See? I mean, what an idiot. Why don't they put these comments and Meghan Markle thing?
Did it. He wasn't the only one who did it. Cameron Walker did it also. Roy Anika did it also. You know what? All those royal reporters are pissed off that they don't have access anymore. It's the fact that William and Catherine are like, you know what? We're doing it our way. Because you hear how they're complaining about it now. Right? Well, we were expecting the photos to be dropped at midnight, and we came into work in the morning, and we were still waiting for pictures.
Yeah, I'm happy they didn't do that. I'm happy that I said they don't need to give it to the press because now they have social media. You really don't need to. And God knows the royal family has a massive more platform than Daily Mail because Daily Mail is the UK. The royal family put something on their web social media, and it's worldwide. Everybody's interested.
Yeah.
And then I just want to show something because I actually reached out to Angela Liv and she was in shock because I may disagree with her and stuff like that, but what they did to her, what a setup. That was a setup. You know that they turned off the comments before the interview started so nobody can comment. And I love this comment here, Molly, that you left.
Yeah.
Because
you should see how triggered the comments, the replies were to my comments. Like the squad were so triggered. I was loving it. I was absolutely enjoying reading their comments and how upset they were. You can't go on TV and say anything. You would have to show your face. And I'm like, okay, well, even if I showed my face, it's still a lot better looking than any of your faces put together.
But they didn't get rid of JJ because he did another interview with I don't know who after that about Princess Catherine and stuff. People have been saying that they got rid. Oh, Andrew's gone. He'll be back. They've been saying that they got rid of him. Yeah, they haven't gotten rid of him, have they?
No.
But I was livid.
What's crazy is that I don't mind. I'll say this: I don't mind JJ's banter with Kevin. Like when they do their little segment on Talk TV, they have their little thing. And when he battles Kevin, it's fine. But the way he was treating Angela, like he's like, no disrespect, but disrespect. And then he calls her a troll. Like that's disrespect right there. Are you kidding? Like it was so rude. It was rude. And people are like, haha, well, she couldn't answer the questions. Well, no, he kept talking.
He wouldn't let her.
Hey, I got to grab this phone call. I'll be right back, okay?
Did you watch that, Andrew?
Nah, I saw the beginning and then I saw the caption and I knew exactly what it was. He's just a left-wing turd. That's all. Those people, they only have one way to argue, and that's why. Like, do you remember when Ron said on the live that he was going to have one of Meghan Markle's fans on the show? And that's why you don't do that. That's why you don't even try and converse with those people because they're pieces of shit and they'll do that.
It's disgusting, but it's funny because then he goes, oh, she hung up on me because she can't take the heat. No, because he had pre-prepared clips. Because I could have shown, if I had been there, I said to Angela, I can send you, Angela, a bunch of clips of Meghan cutting in front of Harry, cutting him up, cutting off his conversation and just jumping in, walking in front of him, tapping him on the shoulder to let her go through. So you have them prepared next time, if anything, if you're ever bamboozled. Because I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was really bad. And
I think it's that network, to be honest with you. I think that network has a very pro Meghan and Harry stance.
Yeah.
And just the fact that they brought in that guy, You know, he looks like Boosie, just not as ugly. You know, Boosie looks like a friggin' toad, and that guy is just another left wing douchebag, just like Boosie is.
It's terrible, you know. And but I was shocked when he called her a troll like that, Andrew. It's like,
Yeah, because they know what they're doing. I don't know if you saw there was a interview with Elon Musk and Don Lemon, okay, and that's what those type of people do. What they do is they say very not provocative, but it's like very instigating things. They use instigating language because they know they want the clip. They want to be able to clip so that way they can make money off clips and shit. And look what's happening to her. She got clipped like that. And I think it also has to do with the actual network, that ITV crap.
you know what? It came to my mind that I think this is. I know this is out there, but I really
Hold
have
on,
a
hold on,
feeling.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Look at that comment right there. Please stop with the left wing crap. Democrats are not
Where
for
is it?
Harry and the Hag. Do you know who Christopher Boosie is? Do you know who? Do you know that these people are literally liberals? Do you know that Meghan Markle has come out for the Democrats? What are you talking about? If you don't know who we're talking about, you got a problem. I mean, it's. I don't think there's anybody on earth that would think Meghan and Harry are Republican. Come on, we've
No, that's
already figured out they're being protected by Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Okay,
not
what
only
what
that. Not, yeah.
They endorsed him too.
they endorsed him, and then this, and you want to know why people like that say that? Because they're Democrats and they don't like being affiliated with Meghan and Harry. Hey, it's not our fault. It's not our fault that Meghan and Harry are piece of shit woke liberals. Sorry if that offends you, but that's the truth. That's what they
Mhm.
are.
Meghan Markle did the voiceover for Kamala Harris' commercial. Remember that, Molly?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You know, we have this thing with limonada, and I was today. I heard this girl, Katie Nichols,
Mhm.
I hate to say this. Don't go after her. Can you see?
Was that her segment with Katie with Kinsey this morning?
It was just
Airs
horrible.
and
I was
spares,
watching
she
in
calls
horror.
it.
Well, I was watching in horror because they were saying that Megan is doing really well, that her podcast did really well, and that the Limonada thing, she's doing it because she has so many things going on that, Limonada didn't want to compete with the Netflix thing and everything, but that she's getting a bunch of A-listers to come there, and that she knows how to get A-listers to come to her.
You
I was
know,
watching in horror. I was
you
like,
know what?
Kinsey, no, say no, Kinsey.
I had to clip it this morning, but Kinsey was saying, like Meghan Markle came from nothing. She came from nothing and she's a self-made woman and she has built up everything that she has on her own. And I'm just like, what? What? Like, Kinsey, you know better. Like, we all know her father paid for everything. Her boyfriend's paid for everything. And now Charles and Harry are paying for everything. What self-made woman? So I have the clip, and I think I'm going to make a little video about it.
But I love Kinsey, by the way, but I
Yeah.
completely disagree with her on this one. I
It's,
completely.
you know
But
what?
this is
I
normal.
don't know
We
how
can't
you can
agree
love
with
someone that does that, Paula. I'm sorry. I know
Yeah.
you want to be
Andrew,
friends
but the
and
thing
shit.
is, we
I
have
don't know
different
how you
views.
can do that because I would not affiliate a fucking finger with someone that is going to be talking out of both sides of their mouth.
But
I
let me, I
swear to
just,
God.
okay, let me tell you something. One of my friends, she was the campaign manager, PR campaign manager for Bill Clinton. And I fucking despise Bill Clinton, but it was a job. I have friends that are absolutely left wingers. Absolutely left wingers, and I have friends that are completely Republicans who think that I'm insane because I'm a monarchist. I'm not a royalist, I'm a monarchist, and they think I'm insane,
Yeah.
but that's okay. She has a right to her
Yeah, but
opinions.
she doesn't even do that. She literally talks both sides. I've seen her say one thing to the US media and then one thing to the UK media. And it's literally, it's on tape. It's on
Yeah.
tape. I
Yeah.
can't believe that people that they think that just imagine thinking that you could talk that way, that you could literally talk out of both sides of your mouth and you're on television doing that. I don't understand. Oh my God.
But what do you guys think
I
of
just
limonada? What do you think of limonada? Do you think that that is true?
Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. They're not getting
mm-mm.
any content out of them. By the time 2025 rolls around, they're going to hope that we have forgotten about them.
And we won't, though.
Like, think about it. The Lemonada media is run by all females.
Well,
Megan
I don't know
doesn't get
about that.
around.
Are you sure you can call people like that female? They're all about those
Yes, in my
pronouns.
channel you can. In my channel you can.
No,
If you're
I
born
mean
with
the
a dick,
Lemonada staff, like they're those pronoun people.
Oh,
now in my channel, that if you're born with a dick, you're not a chick. Period.
They're like Polly and Mono and, and Alien. One of them's an attack helicopter.
I
What do you think
identify
is
as
gonna
a
happen?
lemon
Because,
today.
but they're wording it differently now. It's Lemonada who because Megan has been so successful with everything that they want to wait because she's got this group of A-listers that are vying to come into her. I absolutely disgusting. I don't think so.
It's bullshit. Why would you have A-listers? Basically, what was it said? She had A-listers scheduled, but then nothing's coming out till 2025. Like, piss off with that. Piss off. You have nothing. You're a flop. Everything you touch turns to shit.
And this is an easy question for both of y'all. Are you telling me that an A-lister would want to go on a platform with 100,000 listeners per month?
Yeah.
100,000. Paula, we get that in a few days in views.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. No, you're right. But Molly, what the hell is this? Did you see Abigail Spencer? I mean, something's wrong with these people.
Yeah, that's one of the clones.
There's another photo that I didn't stick up there, but Daily Mail had it with all the Abigail Spencer photos, but it was literally the dog's ass was the focal point.
I talked about it today. Or yesterday. I can't remember which. I said, I can't believe that for marketing, they put the dog's ass. I mean, I was shocked when I saw it. I didn't even see the oranges or the whatever the fuck they are.
Maybe they're trying to say that the jam tastes like a dog's anus. I don't know. Maybe that's because that's what I think. It must be this jam smells like a dog's anus. Maybe that could be the next.
Hey man, there's still no one that has eaten it. Nobody.
No.
I want to see it on camera. I want to see someone eat that.
No, what was this woman doing? She was rolling around in the grass. I guess, whole habits are hard to shake.
Well, yeah, these are rich people. They think that looks good.
Because that's what I do after I drop off my kids at school. I just go and roll around in the grass with the dog and a planter with some lemons.
Hey, doesn't everybody do that, Molly? I mean, come on.
In a cocktail dress and full makeup.
It must have been the mushrooms I ingested. Of course, everyone does that.
Everybody does that. And then you know what's even funnier is they're all rich. All three of them. I don't know. Did you see the story about all three of them being rich, wealthy white women? Well, Megan.
Oh yeah.
Megan's
like friends with
it's
her
so hilarious, and that's why I call them all clones. They're clones of Meghan Markle.
It's incredible though. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. I don't know if you've heard this. Let me read it out to you. Let me say. I'll show you what this is. Do you remember the woman that Meghan Markle that she lost her kids and stuff like that? Okay, so Kelly Safian, that's the lady, mother to George and Lily. She was a model age 44. Her son George died in 2022 from COVID and viral meningitis under very shady circumstances. His death may have just been disclosed because there's whatever. Sadly, this boy was also bitten by whatever. Miraculously survived. His mom posted this story. Also found out that George died. The family set up a GoFundMe page and Meghan donated $5,000, right? Trevor Engelson had donated $1,000 before that. Before Meghan, because apparently Trevor Engelson knows the lady. So, and after he donated $1,000, Meghan Markle reached out to this lady and donated $5,000. And then she became very best buddies.
Don't you find that weird? Who the hell they are? Like they just met and now they're like best friends. Come on.
Yeah, that's that fake shit.
Yeah, Meghan is a tragedy vampire. She's a tragedy vampire. She gravitates towards people who have gone through horrific tragedies and basically uses that to act like she's a sympathetic, caring person who has compassion. Pick up the phone and call your father who's had multiple strokes and a heart attack. How about that? Or what about your sister who suffers from multiple sclerosis that has been getting bombed and targeted by your fans and harassed by your fans?
Yeah.
I mean, Megan can keep doing all this fake compassionate bullshit. Like she has all these friends. She's so caring. But we all saw the way you treated the queen. We all saw how you treated the royal family, who gave you all everything that you have now is because of the royal family. We saw the way you treated your father, your friends. You have no friends. That says a lot. That says a lot.
And Molly, Megan is so below average, Andrew and Molly, that the fact that she sent 50 jars of badly cooked jam.
Oh, I thought you were talking about average looking.
No,
I
also below
know.
average, also below average. But she's below that. People are making. She managed to get PR to make it as though it's a worldwide event, as though she parted the Red Sea or something, because
Oh
she
yeah.
sent 50 jars. By the way, only 6 or 4 people have shown it. But the jar that's going to change everything without any patent or anything, and it's competing with King Charles Highgrove. That's no competition because she has nothing set up. Why do you think that people are making a huge thing out of a little? It's like, when you have a below average little kid, one of the kids is dumb and you don't want him to feel bad, and compared to the other kids, and you over exaggerate the dumb kids
Mhm.
achievements. That's how I feel it's happening with Megan and that jam. What do you think, guys?
Well, I don't know if you saw, but Gwyneth Paltrow had posted something about Goop doing a thing with a bread company, and they are producing their own bread. Yeah, like a oat-based bread, something about that. And I think Gwyneth Paltrow posted it on her like Instagram story, something like that. But someone had shared it to X. I forget who it was, and I saw it real quick before I came on here. And yeah, she put out a whole bread while Meghan Markle is doing jams, like something I would expect a 12-year-old to do while they're playing in their make-believe kitchen.
I know. Why would you pick jam first?
Yeah, basic.
That doesn't make
Basic
any sense. Why would you go with that kind of product
because
first?
she's a
And it's just
basic bitch.
yeah.
She's basic.
Oh, let's see who else is here. Molly, look, somebody's opening. I wonder if they're gonna eat it.
Oh,
Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen, of course. She's doing the proper
Wait, I want to see if she eats it though.
the kid is eating it.
Well, no, we didn't see her actually eat it or lick, like we saw her lick it, but we don't know if that end was cleaned already, right?
But of course she had to get Chrissy Teigen the
Do
bully.
it.
There
Yes.
no, we didn't see that.
No, we don't know if it's the same piece. We don't know if it's the same piece.
Nope. But isn't it amazing they're listening to us, aren't they?
Fucking A, they are, because they know they suck.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Why would you get a pedophile like Chrissy Teigen to show off your jam? I mean, Chrissy and John are known for Pizzagate.
Oh.
Not only that, wasn't she involved that even Kris Jenner had to cancel her that's the proper you can't see shit, but
Did they just make hold on? Did they just make jelly, cheese, and bacon?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They toasted.
Yeah, they have to do it to remove the taste of Meghan Markle. I mean, they can't eat the jam on their own. They have to put something to it.
Look, it's cheese, right? And bacon. Those 3 things don't even go together.
But I thought you've seen it because this is
No,
how
I've never. Someone had commented, and I was trying to find it online, but I didn't find anything online. But
this is Instagram. This is Instagram from the Sussex Squad because they're putting stuff with the Bob Marley song, right? I can't play here because of copyright, but I wanted to show it to you because they clearly are listening to us.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is they don't eat the jam on its own. It's like, and Chrissy Teigen, Kris Jenner canceled her contract after she told that teenager to go kill herself.
Yeah.
Didn't she?
Yeah. Courtney Stodden. She sent her a message.
Who else would you expect to do it? I mean, these people, it's negative people around negative people. That's who they are. They're,
Yeah, and she was a Deal or No Deal girl too. Did you know that, Andrew?
She's also the same type of feminist that Meghan is. You have a rich husband.
Exactly.
Chrissy Teigen's a nobody.
Exactly.
Chrissy Teigen is the same woman who just recently pretended like she had a miscarriage, but then came out a few months later and said that it was an elective abortion or it was a medical abortion, like some BS. And remember, she was posting photos of herself, like holding the fetus, like the aborted. Oh, it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Yeah, but then there was just a report out recently that's saying it wasn't a miscarriage, right? that she
Yeah,
lied.
because she came out and said that, yeah, she lied about it.
Yeah, she lied.
First said it was a miscarriage, and then a few months later, she came out and said it was a medical abortion. Yeah, okay, sure.
And don't you remember her tweets were really disturbing when she talked about that little girl? Said,
Yeah.
I'm going to have a 4-year-old for dinner or something like that. Remember? They were going to this party. Those tweets, I think she removed the tweets. So
No,
these
this
are
is
the kind of
totally
people they
this is
don't
totally on
associate
par.
with. Huh?
Totally on par. You know,
Yeah,
because
I
think about
remember
it.
that scandal.
Yeah.
Remember, she was going to do a line of pots and pans with Kris Jenner, but Kris Jenner canceled it when the whole scandal, when she told the 17-year-old who was very frail, emotionally and mentally, and told her to just go kill herself. And she sent horrible things to her, I don't know where that ended, but this is the kind of woman. It's these are the people that Megan associates herself with. That's what I'm getting at. And then we have Melissa McCarthy, celebrity. She's not an A-lister. She's a celebrity actress. I mean, did she do the 40 by 40?
Yes. Oh, what do you mean? Did she do it? No, she probably lied.
I don't think she did. Did she, Molly?
Did we get any updates? No. All they did was make fun of the queen and be super fucking rude, and then we never heard anything from it. Nothing.
But she was defending her. Like, oh my God, people are threatened by a successful woman. The fact that, I remember when Oprah, I'm going to try to find that because I know that they're watching, so they're probably going to delete it. Oprah listed a bunch of Black women or women of color who were their achievements. So she had like really powerful Black women. She is the doctor of this and that. And then Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, married Prince Harry. That was her achievement. She didn't even mention Suits.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, that is Meghan Markle's achievement, guys. I don't understand why people are trying to tell us that she was a successful this or that, because she presented herself to Harry, and Harry's such an idiot. But because I was single in 2016. No, she wasn't. She was with Corey Vitiello, and she was going to travel to Europe. That translates to Soho House whoring. And then Harry buys that BS. I mean, I don't know how stupid Harry is. I mean, how do you think?
Hey, when was that Instagram posted?
It's Sussex Squad, Sussex_squad.
Okay, because there's nothing in the news about it. You would think that would be like right there. I mean, wouldn't that be kind of a big
always get the links first, and then the media picks it up from them.
This is Sussex Squad. This is the official fan page of the Sussex Squad. Sussex_squad.
Why is it
all?
Did you get it? Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it amazing though how everybody is talking as though she parted the sea with this gem, and they're making a big deal, which she hasn't even got the permit to sell.
Did you see what the caption says on that fucking thing?
No, what did she say?
It says that Meghan Markle gave her support when they lost their child. That's literally a lie.
Yeah.
She said that?
It says that on the caption of the Instagram post. It says that Meghan showered Chrissy Teigen with so much love and support when she and John Legend lost their child. That's literally a lie, dude. Holy shit.
But didn't they say that? Didn't they later admit that it was an abortion? She tried to say a voluntary miscarriage. That is an abortion. You don't miscarry voluntarily. It's involuntary. You have, that you suffer an abortion.
Damn it. I can't. Well, you know what? We always think she can't go lower, and she does.
Well, she never disappoints. But what do you think this Melissa McCarthy? Oh, today is the last day of the contract with WME. And now this is what we got. This is why we got that she hired two people. Remember?
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Molly?
Pardon?
That today the contract with WME expired, and this is why we suddenly saw Meghan Markle that she was going to be represented for a year, right?
I heard about that, and then
we saw two new PR people she just hired.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ari Emanuel can't get her anything.
Nothing. Nobody can. If Sunshine Sachs couldn't get her anything. But anyways.
But what do you think of this dress? This is your thing. And you said Meghan Markle's. You said enough about Jam. Let's talk wedding dresses. Meghan Markle's wedding dress was ill-fitting because she lied about being pregnant to get Harry down the aisle quickly. Why else would there be so much extra fabric in the stomach? Actually, that's a very good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had seen something that Meghan Markle wore the same dress as the other mixed race woman from the royal family, something like that.
Yeah. It's another aristocrat, but it's in another country.
Yeah, something like that. Well, yeah, I mean, she still looked like shit, but you know what I mean.
You know what? This is is Meghan Markle no longer Ivy Mulrooney's godmother? That's a very interesting question, Molly.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question because Meghan Markle supposedly is Ivy Mulrooney's godmother, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess she doesn't pay attention to the kid anymore either. Now she's gone over to Nacho and Delfina's kids.
That is so, that is so disturbing, I mean, Harry looking there, and I mean, that's cute. Oh, this is good. I love this, Molly. Should we play it?
Play it.
Just for the beginning of the supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was. You're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is you always need to go back to the beginning of a supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was in Africa. And when across the entire world, when slavery was taking place, which was the first nation in the world that abolished slavery? The first nation in the world to abolish it. It was started by William Wilberforce, was the British. In Great Britain, they abolished slavery. 2,000 naval men died on the high seas trying to stop slavery. Why? Because the African kings were rounding up their own people. They had them on cages waiting in the beaches. No one was running into Africa to get them. And I think you're totally right. If reparations need to be paid, we need to go right back to the beginning of that supply chain and say who was rounding up their own people and having them handcuffed in cages. You're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is
stupid, just sitting there blinking rapidly like a moron, like nothing to say.
That is so funny. That is so funny, Molly. That is so true. Oh, I love that thing you posted with Queen Elizabeth. I was crying. I don't want to say it because I cry. This is the posh thing, right?
Yeah.
And they weren't invited.
Of course not. Would you want her there? She would probably have to have like security following her around in there when they she's an idiot.
Even Tom Cruise was there, who's a proper A-lister.
Everyone is an A-lister, more of an A-lister than they are. Like, they seriously have dropped themselves down to the gutter. Harry is so dumb. Like, he's so dumb. When you marry someone, you're supposed to marry someone who elevates you, who makes you a better version of yourself, not someone who drags you into the pits of hell.
It's actually quite disgusting. What do you think is going to happen right now, Molly? Oh, there's another one. Abigail Spencer coming through with jar number 3.
I was wrong about that. That's Kelly's jar. She was just reposting it. Yeah. But
yeah, that's right. My apologies. It's Kelly. I mean, this is Meghan smoking a joint, right?
Yeah.
That's a doobie. That's for sure. Then they wonder why Harry's so attached to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. What do you think is going to happen with this? Because she's renting that house, and there. And why do you think she's doing that? Why do you think she needed to dox that lady's address?
Because Meghan is the type of person who always needs to show that, like, ooh, look at who I'm connected to. I'm connected to these rich philanthropists. That's all it is. That's all it is. She's doing the same thing that she did when she was a Suits star, right? This is exactly what she would do. She would just connect her name to people that were more popular than her. Now she's just doing it in a whole different social bracket. That's all.
You know what? I also think she did that, Molly, so Paps know where to find her.
Yeah, I mean, she did that with when they moved to LA. And she released that they were at Tyler Perry's house, right? That was her. They released that information to the media, and then they cried, oh, the media were sending their drones over our house. And no, it was you guys.
But I really think that she did that to let people know where she's at, so Paps can come and find her because she's recording there. So maybe they will get to see her walk by. You
No,
know, what do you
it was also to fuck with Harry, right? Because he knows that he's emotionally unstable when it comes to Paps. So if he doesn't know and she leaks the information out and he's outside and all of a sudden there's Paps lurking in the bushes, it'll set him off, and that's what she wants, right?
you know one of the things
Are you being serious?
yeah.
No, is Molly being serious?
What do you mean?
I thought the dude didn't he said that he gets scared by flashes, but this motherfucker's always getting pictured.
I know, but
Yeah,
I almost
it's a
feel
lie.
like Megan does. Well, we know it's a lie, but I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
Megan knows how to set him up, because when Harry was dating Chelsea Davy, there was that whole thing that he was always paranoid that paparazzi were hanging out in the bushes trying to take his photos when there wasn't anything going on.
Yeah, it's all a lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
I just thought like I thought I was hearing you. I guess I heard you incorrectly. I thought you were like saying that it was true. No, I think that's a complete lie. I don't think that.
I thought you were ready to fight. Like, come here,
No.
Molly, I'm going to fight
I
you.
was freaking out. I was like, is she really saying that?
Come here, Molly. I got to slap some sense into you. What the hell?
No, but you know what? I also heard something, and I was talking to my friend's mother, who was a psychiatrist, and she said that narcissistic people like Meghan Markle, they find a broken person, and basically they show them what they want, and then they take it away, and then they have a way of making them feel guilty for the poor choices they make. Not, for example, Meghan Markle is making Harry feel guilty for the poor choices she's made by tricking him into going to LA, everything she does is like, well, you're in charge of the security. It's up to you. You said you will keep me safe. You know what I mean? So it's like everything is falling to shit because you are a failure.
Oh
because
yeah,
she
no
will never
doubt.
take accountability for her choices.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Harry's an idiot, but Harry is really dumb.
Yeah, she guilt trips him, no doubt.
She was saying people do that. It's like, what do you mean? It's like when she said, I gave up my career, because she set him up. If you look at how she talked on the engagement, I was being single on the Netflix thing. I was going to be single. I was going to travel in 2016. I had no plans for anything. And then I had signed up on Suits. So she wanted to make herself look busy and important. So it's like, oh my God, this is what we hear that idiot saying, I can't believe I nabbed this girl. That poor ginger bastard,
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she used the oldest trick in the book, and I agree with you with that one. To get him to move Eugenie's wedding forward and stuff like that. But anyways, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We've been here for an hour and a half, but we'll see you next Wednesday. We'll see you on Friday for the royal mess. Yeah, and we'll see. And Molly, I have I'm gonna talk to you later, but I think we're gonna have a great guest in our Wednesday things. So I want to talk to you about it and see how and Andrew, see how you feel about this, because it's just one time this person has agreed to do it. And I think it's going to be cool, but I'll let you know.
I got a question before we go. You know that new lady that is joining us on, yeah, her, is she an ex-squatty? Because her channel name, I'm only asking because her channel name is The Sussex Show.
Oh no, she makes fun of it though.
Okay.
The Sussexes are a show.
Yeah. I just didn't know if she was a squatty, because remember Ron had that crazy idea of bringing a squatty onto the channel. Remember?
No. She calls that stupid thing. That's what the channel is called, But this is a Sussex show because she even created a song, and she's in the process of doing her merch because she's furious. It's like, how she started the thing when she saw Meghan lie on Oprah. She's like, you can't talk that way, She was like, no. And it's so she calls it the Sussex show because they're a show.
Says that she used to like Meghan. That she used to be a squatty.
No, she didn't used to like Meghan, but like everybody.
No offense to that lady, but anyone that used to like her, I'm sorry, I don't take them seriously.
I gotta tell you, Andy,
I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I just didn't get a chance to ask her myself, and I never got a chance to talk to her.
Look at Toomey. Toomey started her channel because she liked Meghan Markle. People bought the Kool-Aid at the beginning. And Toomey's great, but then she saw the light and she's like, wait a minute, she can't be lying like that. That's not right. People can be fooled and stuff like that, but then they make if Andy, for example, if Meghan Markle can present a picture of her being pregnant, you say you close your channel. We know that that's a safe bet because she'll never be able to present that, you know?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that was a while back. Oh yeah.
I was laughing my head off, you know. I even followed your thing. I even posted your thing on my channel. I said,
Yeah.
I second that, you know. But no,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you guys, I'm telling you, Megan totally listens to our channels.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
clowning her ass because of the way Nacho was pretending to eat the jam. And now you got this full video of Chrissy Teigen pretending to eat the jam.
And
Gross.
Megan, you don't live in that mansion. I have somebody who knows you don't live in that mansion with Harry either. So, and that's going to become public. Now I managed to translate everything correctly. I'm doing the voiceover so her voice is not recognized. But you don't live in that mansion with Harry. The one that they say this is why she's renting a mansion elsewhere, because you know she doesn't live in that huge mansion. That's just my take on it. And because of this lady that worked there, and she's gonna tell us all about it, you know. So, anyways, thanks for coming, guys, and I'll let you know, Molly and Andrew, who wants to come and say hi with us here. You're gonna be shocked, and then I'll see you guys next Wednesday and on Friday at the Royal Mist.
All
Okay,
right.
see you guys. Bye. Hit that
Bye.
like button.